Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 17C. The 17C in the video studio with the help of the EPS table, we studied the example 17, which period the native come back homeland and continue the job in the same company. In this video, we're going to study with the help of the PILT table how these periods are favoring for the native to come back homeland to continue the job in the same company without any change of job. Now let us examine the chart with the help of the PILT table in this video. Example 17C, timing of event. Returned India for job in the same company. So we are going to study with the help of the PILT table in this video. This is the birth chart of the native, example 17. As I said, the event is changed to abroad written and accordingly self-significations also have got the colors. So now let us go to house grouping and check the PILT table and let us check which are the periods are favoring for the native to come back homeland. So now we are on the PILT page and self-significators I have opened, and let me click open all, KP check all. And in the first video itself, we discussed on the destiny whether the native is favoring for the job prospects in abroad, travel abroad also favored, and also coming back homeland also favoring. So which are the planets are favoring for travel abroad and also come back homeland also we discussed in the previous video. Now we have, made the event to abroad return. If you look at the self-signification, there are no green curve. No green color means does not indicate that it is not favoring for coming back. So it is, you can see many planets are having pink shades. Pink shades means okay, it is supportive for both travel abroad, or it is, we can say it is a mixed significator. Let us have a look at the pink shaded planet Venus. Venus is 1, 8, 10, 3, and 7. 3 and 7, these 9 are supportive for travel abroad. Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, already we discussed in the previous video. This is supportive for the native Lagna to come back, provided this 1 and 8 is supported by the other unfavorable key planet or favorable key planet for to come back. So that is the reason it is a mixed significator, Venus. And sun is favorable for 9 and 11. It is for travel abroad favorable, and also it is a blue color means favorable, and also it is supportive for travel abroad also come back because sun is a mixed one, 9 and 11. So it is blue color. Moon is moderate, so it is nothing to do with the travel abroad also coming back also. It is like a neutral, so it is given light blue. Mars also pink, Rahu also pink, and Saturn, Mercury, all planets are pink. So pink means both favorable and unfavorable. We have to look at which are more unfavorable or which are more supportive for comeback. Mars is second lord and 4-8 cuspal star lord and representing Rahu 2-8. This is supportive. This is indicating 2-4-8 combination is supportive for coming back. And Rahu, importantly, to 8 cuspal sublord. Lagna occupant to 8, 11 cuspal sublord, also favoring. This is also mixed one. This is also mixed one. So because to come back, second house, fourth house, eighth house are important, right? And 11 will favor for the, for anything. For this, when it is going to support for this one, it is support for the coming back. Suppose it is supportive for 9 and 12, it is supportive for travel also, right? Saturn is 4 and 4 sublord and 6 and 10. It is also mixed one, but important fourth lord is important. That's also strongly, it is a mixed significator. And Mercury is 9, 11, and 12 and occupying 8th house. 11 and 8 and 2, 6, 10 is okay, but 1, this is also mixed one. So 11 and 8 is supportive for the native to come back. Being the 9th lord occupying 8th house, it is supportive for coming back homeland also. So all are having some mixed signification. They are not strongly supportive for, completely coming back or to be there in homeland itself, because they are all indicating mixed, both favorable and also unfavorable to come back. Anyway, so it is indicating the houses supportive for come back homeland also, that we have to keep it in mind. Now we have to see that which dasa we already discussed in the previous video. Moon is not favoring for the coming back because moon dasa, I'm talking about moon is not at all favoring for coming back because you can see moon in the star of Ketu, sub of Jupiter, both are light red. They are all talking about favorable key planets for travel abroad. Right, so because of that, Moon Dasa is not favoring for the native to come back homeland. So he left abroad in Venus and was there in Sun. Both are having that Ketu and Jupiter in the star level and sub level and forming ruler link also. So it is supportive for the native to be in abroad. Now we have to check the next dasa called, Mars. How is Mars? Mars planet is having weakness. Mars itself is pink, 12 is pink, sublord also pink. All these three are pink, already discussed in the previous video. Mars is supportive for the native to come back homeland. Look at Mars. Mars is pink because in the pink means okay, there are depending on the grouping only we can find which is strongly unfavorable. So what are the unfavorable key planets making the dasa? Mars is supportive for coming back homeland. Mars is 2, 7, 6, 4, 8, 12 and representing Rahu, also 2, 8, 11 cuspal sublot. Mars itself is weak, right? Star level Venus. Venus is 1, 8, 10, 3, 7. It is a mixed one. It is not completely unfavorable, but it is having signification supportive for coming back. In Mars, Rahu, Venus is the star level. Venus is influenced by the green planet Sun and Saturn. Saturn is the unfavorable key planet, or we can say 4 and 4 supportive. Mixed key planet with the unfavorable houses for travel, supportive houses to come back. Venus also pink, that Saturn also pink. Sublord again Venus, again Saturn. So in this case, the key planet which are all influencing the Dasa Lord for coming back homeland is Mars itself and Venus, importantly influenced by the Saturn, right? Saturn and Venus are strongly playing role. So, and anything else, any other planet is having that. So these are the three planets are strongly playing role, and Mars, Venus, and Saturn. So now we have to check that this is the Dasa Lord. In this Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lord should have this role of these key planets, right? And what are the other, what are the unfavorable key planets favoring for travel abroad? Ketu is playing role here, right? Ketu to a level and in supports to the star lord and also sublord. So in that case, Ketu represents Ketu sign of, in the sign of Venus itself. So Ketu represents Venus. That Venus is mixed one, but Ketu is weak. Now, the Bugdilad should not have the role of the Ketu in the primary levels, right? The Ketu and Jupiter. Jupiter is also another unfavorable key planet for coming back. Their role should not be there in the primary ruler, but these primary rulers should have these key planets. Let us check that. In Mars Dasa, the native, actually in the previous video we discussed, he returned homeland in Mars Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi and Ketu Antra. In Mars Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, he did not return homeland. That we have to check. Why not in Rahu? Rahu is pink only. Rahu 1, 2, 8, 11 is pink only. In the star order of Saturn, Saturn is both favorable and unfavorable. Saturn is playing role. Saturn is playing roles. That is also importantly displaying role, right? And Saturn supported by Mercury. This is also having key planet which are influencing the Dasa Lord is playing role here, and the star level and sub level itself. And moreover, you can see that 2A level planet Jupiter, last level planet is Jupiter. Jupiter also influencing that Rahu. Jupiter is a favorable key planet for travel abroad. So that is influencing the dasa, that Bugdilad Rahu, and 12, that also playing role at the 12 level and last level, also forming ruler link. It is indicating some weakness. Though star level has got some strong signification for supportive for travel coming back. So because of this, Jupiter has got some weakness. Then comes Jupiter. Jupiter itself. Jupiter is talking about the unfavorable for coming back. It is supportive for travel, right? So Jupiter is the third lord. It is talking about, I had a discussion in the previous video with the EPS table. I would have explained how come Jupiter is favorable. The third lord planet is going to experience this one. Now the star level is Mercury. Mercury is the one of the planets, unfavorable for the, it is supportive for travel abroad, also coming back, because 9, 11, 12, and 8, 2, 6, 10, and 1, 3, 7. It is a mixed key planet. And 12 level also Mars, sublord also Saturn. All these three are unfavorable or supportive for coming back homeland, because pink shades are supportive for coming back. No green. So pink like green only, we have to keep it in mind in this chart. Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. Saturn is sublord, forming ruler link to the planet and star level. These are all supported by the favorable key planet to come back. Jupiter is weak, but Jupiter is not influencing its through the ruler link. It is not passing its influence to the star level planet and sub level planet. That is the one important point. So because of that, that Jupiter is, though it is favoring for travel, travel planet is not supported by the star level sub level planet. These star level sub level planet for supporting for coming back plan, that it means travel planet is in the star and sub of coming back planet. So travel is good. Experience this one. That way, Jupiter is favoring for the, that unfavorable key planets by way of star level, sub level, unfavorable for the Jupiter. That way, the Jupiter is strong enough. So, in the Mars Dasa, which are the planets are supporting for the travel? Coming back, Mars itself. Where is role of Mars? Mars is at the 12 level and also influencing the Dasa Lord by way of supports. So, Mars is present. That way, it is good. And what are the other key planets? Role of Venus is not straight away present, and Saturn role is present at the sub level, right? So, that way, it is good. And that way, that Mars role and Saturn role are all influencing the Dasa Lord, sorry, the Buddhi Lord itself, and also other levels also influenced by the Saturn. So that way, Jupiter is strong enough to come back homeland. In the Jupiter, which are the key planet favoring for the native to come back? Obviously, Saturn is the strong key planets supporting the Bhukti Lord by way of supports also by planet level, star level, and sub level itself. So Saturn and Mercury and what else? Then Mars. They are the strong, favorable key planet. So that they are present. So we know that Saturn, Mercury, Mars, and the other key planet is Venus. Venus already there in the Dasa Lord. So let us in the Jupiter, whether Saturn will support? No, Saturn, Jupiter in the star level, because favorable key planet for travel abroad or unfavorable key planet to come back, the Jupiter and Ketu should not be playing role in the primary levels. That way, it is not. It is having the Jupiter in the star level. It is not favorable for coming back. And Mercury and the star level planet is fine. This is good only, but sublord is moon is not at all talking about any coming back. So that is also not very strong. Then Ketu, let us check Ketu. Ketu is the pink shaded planet, like Jupiter, sorry, light red planet, favoring for travel abroad. Ketu represents Venus, supportive for coming back. Ketu, the star of Sun. Sun is a blue color planet, 9 and 11, and sublord is Saturn. 2A level is Jupiter, star level sublord Jupiter. It is not favoring, but star level Sun, sub level Saturn. Sun is getting the support of the Saturn, and Saturn itself forming ruler link to the I mean, star level, 2A level, and sub level also. So that Ketu in the star of Sun, that Sun planet is favorable for a mixed one. Sun is influencing the Mercury also, and importantly, the favorable key planet of the Buddhi Lord Saturn. Saturn is playing role at the sublord for the Ketu also and forming rodal link to the other levels, and star level also supportive. So do because of that in Mars Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi and Ketu Antra favored for the native to come back homeland because this is ninth cuspal sublord. That Ketu is ninth cuspal sublord planet. That ninth cuspal sublord planet in the experiencing the star level sublevel which are supporting for coming back. So that way that in Mars Dasa Jupiter Bugdi Ketu Antra, the native, come back homeland. So that favorable key planet to come back homeland is Mars, Venus, and importantly Saturn. And not supporting for coming back is Ketu and Jupiter, the planet which are not having the Jupiter and Ketu. Jupiter and Ketu in their important rulers, star level and sub level, and this and having got the favorable key planet, pink shade planet, and the star level and sub level. Importantly, the role of Saturn, that is the strong favorable key planet supporting the Dasa Lord itself, influencing the Dasa Lord, that is playing role in the Jupiter itself and also in Ketu because sublord Saturn is playing role and rulers and supports. All other planets are having that pink shade planet in their rulers, but the problem is with that all are having that. You can see here Ketu is there. This is not going to favor. Here Jupiter Ketu there. They are supporting for travel abroad. This is supporting for travel abroad. This is Jupiter forming roller link also. So that way here also you can see here Ketu is there and star level Sun, 12 level Jupiter, but Jupiter is not forming roller link. That way here the impact is different. Jupiter is forming roller link to the source planet and sublord is Saturn, but that Jupiter is passing ruler link to the star, planet level and star level Saturn, and both star lord and sublord both are Saturn. It is supportive for both travel abroad and also coming back, right? So that way this Rahu is also mixed one, and Jupiter is not having that Ketu or Jupiter in the star level or sub level. Saturn is having Jupiter in the star level. Mercury is not having either the Jupiter or Ketu in the ruler, but it is not having that all favorable only it is present. So these planets supportive, but that sublord planet is not talking about travel abroad also coming back also. It is neutral. In that case, you can see many planets are having the Jupiter and Ketu in their ruler. Venus, Sun, Moon, and what else? That to the influence of that ruler sling, Rahu and Saturn. So many planets are having this Jupiter or Ketu in their rulers and also forming ruler link. That itself is indicating many planets are supportive for travel abroad only. Only few planets are supportive for the coming back that we already discussed. So that Mars planet in the star and sub of Venus, which are supportive for coming back, and also it is not red color planet. They are all pink. They are supportive for both favorable and also coming back. The two Ketu at the support also, to A level also, it is indicating supportive for both. So during that Mars Dasa, the native in the Mars Dasa, the native got the job. We was working in abroad only during that period. But in Mars Dasa, Jupiter Bukti, he came back homeland in the Ketu Antra. But the same Mars Dasa can favor for the job in abroad also to some extent, but only in the favorable. After the Mars Jupiter, you'll have Saturn and Mercury and Ketu and all the Bugdis will be there. After Jupiter, up to Moon Bugdi, will have some periods, but whether they will favor for the native to travel abroad, that we have to check, because you can see that Mars star level, sub level are having pink shades. So when the native was there in abroad during this Mars Dasa, in the Jupiter Bugdi, he came back. All the Saturn also having this Jupiter, Mercury is having some mixed, not strong enough, and Ketu also it is having not strong enough with the favorable key planet. So it means in the Mars Dasa itself, after the Jupiter Bugdi, whether the native supported for travel abroad again with a new job, that we have to check that. But we have to see if not any other planet in that after this Mars Dasa, Sad Ragu Dasa is going to run, whether that is going to favor, that we have to check. That we will discuss in the next video. So far we have studied in this Mars Dasa, which periods favor the native to come back. Once he come back, then only in the favorable Dasa Bhukti period only, with the same key planet say, then the native can travel abroad. So that we will discuss in the next video. We about the he lost the job also, and he got a new job in abroad. In which period he got and which period he left also, we'll discuss in the next video. Good luck.